What's brewing for the holidays? Well, here it's going to be a spruce ale. The ingredients: 8 pounds of pale malt, 1 pound of chocolate, 1 pound of Crystal 40L. We're going to have a little bit of molasses, a cup of molasses, a cup of brown sugar, and then we're going to use some cluster hops, 1 ounce of cluster hops. Also, we're going to have little sprigs of fresh spruce that we're going to throw into the batch along with the boiling hops. This one's going to be finished off by an American Ale Yeast number 2.
Well, let's go. This is me putting the grains into the Mash Tun. Then we're going to grab the strike water. Our strike water is going to be 145, and that should bring our temperature between 130 and 135. Stir it up good. Make sure there's no clumps in the grain. And then we're going to go into checking the temperature. Alright, we're at about 130, which is good. Now we're going to get our mash jacket on, and we're going to leave it in the Mash Tun for a 30-minute protein rest. Here's a view of me getting 5 gallons of water ready. I like to use some filter water. It definitely helps the flavor of the beer. We have really hard water at our house. Okay, now we're going to add some boiling water so that we can get the temperature up to about 150 to 155. Alright, it looks like we had our temperature right on target at 153. So we're going to put the mash jacket back on. Then we're going to hit the timer for 45 minutes. Alright, now 45 minutes has rolled by, and it's time to get the Sparge going. Here's a view of my lauter tun. And then we're going to start draining the wort off into the brew pot. This takes a lot of time, so we just kind of cut. Oh, there's my dog. Always curious to see what's going on. Alright, now we have the wort done. We're going to put it on the burners. And we're going to add some brown sugar, some molasses, and then we're going to bring the wort to a boil. And once that happens, we're going to add our cluster hops and our spruce sprigs. We're going to boil it for 60 minutes. Then once 60 minutes is done, we're going to take it to cool down. Nothing like the good outdoors and brewing. Okay, now that we got the wort cooled to about 70 degrees, we're going to start putting it into the carboy. I had to do this outside because we actually had problems with our sink where it was leaking, so I had to use water from the outside hose for our wort chiller. But it still worked really good. Here's a time lapse of the wort going into our carboy. Our gravity reading was 1.038. Now we have everything ready. We added the yeast, and we're going to let nature do its job.